some more positive news, and when you come off a win and your program continues to ascend upwards, we can end this show with the news that Jamonta Waller has just flipped from Florida to Auburn. The 5-star recruit
he just announced
from Mississippi has just announced it 2 minutes ago.
You are Locked On Auburn, your daily podcast on the Auburn Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Awesome. So Auburn has landed Jamonta Waller. So you heard buzz of this. You heard buzz of this late in the week. And then Hugh Freeze had a comment in his press conference when discussing this. He was asked about what this win means for recruiting. And he talked about how Auburn could get another pass rusher or two soon. And I didn't expect it to be this soon, but here we are, Daryl. Here we are. So what a huge win. This is a guy that is a 5-star player that's been committed to Florida. And the fact that Auburn continues to not back off of these types of players is continuing to pay off.
6'2", 235 edge difference maker from Mississippi. A guy, I mean, he's, some guys have him as a 4-star. I thought he was a 5-star. So if I said 5-star, I have seen reports of
he's
him
a 5-star on ESPN. So we're going to count.
Okay. And here's the thing. They now have 4 top 100 recruits committed. So that's incredible. I mean, you lose the Franklin kid to Ole Miss, and I get it, but this really helps. That helps with it. That's a really, really good pickup. Some people in some recruiting services, and it'll be interesting. I know your guy, Brian, I believe that's his name that you have on the show, really was high on Waller. Had him, as one of the guys that Auburn, if they could get, is a must-have. And there they go. They flip him from Florida. It's a big pickup. It's a big position of need. And, and to do this.
What a freaking night, dude.
What a night. I mean, you get the Patterson kid yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We're live right now. So yesterday, the number 1 JUCO safety, which, he's your thumper. You get him. Now you get Waller. There's talk of flipping the Perlotti kid that committed to Georgia, the other linebacker.
The linebacker, Got one Georgia linebacker to flip. Let's get the other one.
Yeah,
right.
This is a big night for Auburn. This is a big night for Hugh Freeze. This is a big night for the Auburn program. And it comes exactly 365 days from when Cadillac gave Auburn hope against Texas A&M last year, my friend.
And when you think about that, and just a year later, everything Hugh Freeze has been able to do is pretty incredible. So
Cadillac said it. He said it. I mean, that night he was prophetic. He said, Auburn will be back and there are better days ahead. And here we are a year later, and it's come to fruition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you look at how Jamonta Waller fits in this class. According to On3, he is the 3rd ranked player in this already pretty solid class. So you look at it, Perry Thompson, DeMarcus Riddick, Jamonta Waller, Joseph Phillips, and Walker White. I mean, that's your top group. But also, I mean, other guys that could start early like DeAndre Carter and Bryce Kane and Jalen Crawford, Malcolm Simmons. This is an awesome class. This is a class that Auburn hasn't had a class like this in a minute.
I want to try not to sound so over the top on this, but we'll see.
Permission to bug.
Yeah, I'm going to bug on this. I'm going to say that when we look back, if Auburn competes for national championships and is in playoffs and wins SEC titles, we're going to look back and say this is the class that paved the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the turning point. It's the landmark class. Pat Dye had some. Tuberville had some. Chiswick had some. Every Auburn team that's won a championship has had that class. This will be the one, the demarcation point in saying this was it. This was the class that got them there.
If you look at it sorted by average player ranking, which in the age of the transfer portal is what really matters, the quality of player that you are bringing in on individual level across each scholarship spot, Auburn is 8th in the country.
Dang, you get top 10, you got a shot, right? That's all. Auburn, a place like Auburn, and look, at the end of the day, Hugh Freeze, we've all known that he had to do some things early in the year and put aside. The announcers talked about it on the telecast and turned some things over from an offensive play calling standpoint that he didn't want to do because he had to get the talent in here. Once the talent's in here and he feels comfortable with that and can focus even more on X's and O's with these chess pieces to work with, watch out.
I mean, I just love the pass rushing ability, which is how you win, right? Like that's how you win. We saw it tonight against Arkansas. Like DeMarcus Riddick, they're probably going to use him more as a traditional linebacker, but still, he's going to be able to rush the passer if they need him to. Jamonta Waller, Joseph Phillips, once again, could play linebacker. I think he's more of an edge. We'll certainly see what happens there. But you look at those two guys, TJ Lindsey is becoming a better and more sought after recruit after what he's doing in IMG after transferring there. He's going to be able to play all over the place. And I mean, this group is really, really good. Oh yeah, you're getting Keldrick Falk back, right? Oh my goodness.
He really started to emerge tonight. You saw him on 2 consecutive plays be that dude, and you saw a flash. So, and don't underestimate, you mentioned, and I'm glad you did, the DeAndre Carter recommitment or reaffirmation that he wasn't going over anywhere when a lot of people thought, like when we heard the buzz about Waller, there was that buzz about Carter going to Longhorn land and going to Texas. And when he came out and said, nope, that was huge. I really feel like that was very, very important for Auburn.
An underrated note in all of this, there's a lot of buzz about Jarquez Hunter coming back with Malik Blockton being a freshman next year. His brother, Marcus Harris. What if you got Marcus Harris for one more season?
Ooh. You would have, in my opinion, a Derek Brown type guy next year on defense. I'm not saying top 3, but I think a first round potential game changer along the defensive front that every team that wants to compete for a championship needs.
Yeah, it'd be pretty wild to see. So, what a Saturday! What a Saturday!
Little bonus action there, right? Little bonus.
Little bonus action. Got to figure out how I'm going to edit that, but so we'll see. If you're watching Saturday night, be sure to tune into our live our reaction show. Excuse me, that goes up Sunday morning. Daryl, how can people check out everything that you've got going on?
Follow me at DAP6410. You're going to catch me a lot on your show next week, and then Monday morning and Tuesday afternoon as well. So I'll do like your mom said. Mom Blackerby said, get some cough drops. She told us for Friday show when I was struggling to get through, I'll get my cough drops so I can talk as much.
Yeah, be sure to check out all of our stuff at auburndaily.com, and we will see you tomorrow. This has been Locked On Auburn.